welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well this afternoon and that the day has treated you kindly, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you. We got some, so, you're an empath, right? So you are a delicate, very sensitive transmitter receiver of the divine. You're here to receive the messages from above and then manifest it in the below. So we've got beings here that are very low vibrational, and they run in a very black or dense energy, fear-based energy. And so, sometimes as an empath, receiver, transmitter receiver, we will receive, unbeknownst to us, until it hits us, a black energy, and it could just kind of hit us right here. And we've got these characters out there that have been transferring this kind of energy into the collective for some time, and then forcing the empaths, the stars, the healers, the suns and everything out there. You have great light. They've been kind of transferring this denseness onto you for a long time, forcing you to kind of transmute it, alchemize it, because that's what you do just by being. And so, the sun and the star may have a life where they feel kind of energetically ill, a lot. And that's because, you're really good at what you do, and they found that they can put a lot on you. Anyway, that occurred to me a little while ago. And it was also accompanied by emotional baggage. And it wasn't necessarily my baggage. It was a memory of sorts kind of being pushed into me. And what's interesting about when this happens, sometimes we're tempted to feed into it. We kind of remember the event or the trauma or the heartbreak or whatever. So we kind of remember the event, right? And then the energy starts to work on that emotional memory, right? And then it kind of grows, and it kind of grips on there, and it kind of grows with the intensity of this blackness. And if we allow our thoughts to start to spin with that, it kind of magnetizes the intensity of this heaviness, especially if we claim it as our own, if we possess it as our own heartbreak, rather than a laying upon us of an outside energy, which is forcing us to transmute it by linking it to a memory. And those memories are something that you probably don't ever think about, because you've already healed those triggers and traumas, but when it's pushed in on you like that, and there's a magic kind of thing, it kind of throws you for a little bit. Now, I've been dealing with this for a long time, so it takes me a lot less time these days to notice when it's happening to me, when somebody's doing that. Because you could go along all day having a very pleasant day, and then all of a sudden this dark energy will hit you in the heart and in the solar plexus, and then you'll start to feel like the heart ache, and then the memory pops in. It's very much manipulated. And if you're not aware that it is a manipulation, you're not just sitting there having a good time and then boom, all of a sudden you have this terrible thing you thinking about that you haven't thought about in 20 years, So it's an obvious manipulation. And the key is not to own it, to recognize it for the manipulation that it is, breathe into it, process it, and then just let it go. Because if you grab onto it and magnify it and grow that garden, those seeds that somebody's trying to stick inside of you and have you grow with your own low vibrational energy so that it can be massive, so then they can stick more and more and more on you, it's difficult, especially to tell, you got to catch it, because you start getting all wrapped up in this heartache, and the loneliness and all this good stuff, right? that you gotta catch it. You gotta like, wait a minute, you know, just a moment ago, I was having the best day of my life. I mean, there's no reason for me to be having this kind of a thought. Nothing has happened. So it's kind of like pushed in, you know, and it's an interference in our mental, our emotional, and our energetic space, intended to draw us into a south node moment, you know. And if we can wrap our emotions and our energetics around it and grow this darkness into something bigger with our own energy, then they can throw more stuff onto that and it'll stick. It's very, very important when to recognize it as quickly as possible, and then to drink your water, you know, introduce the element of air purposefully, and be patient while your beautiful temple does what it does and transmutes energy, adding it to your own well for your own future use.